do the honorable thing here, Francis. Go. This. There we go. Alright. So let's fight. So first off, her chains. Rather simple. She has light into light.
Of course.
From any direction. You'll notice that that second light there is undodgeable.
Of course it
She
is.
has light to heavy. You'll also notice that heavy is also armored. So that's kind of interesting there. And she can do heavy to light and heavy to heavy. So nothing too complicated, right? Pretty simple. We're good to go. The interesting thing the hero has is that after every single heavy attack, you can hit the guard break button and you're gonna get a pistol blast, which uses the pistol in your left hand. So if the heavy attack hits like this, the guard break button actually shoots a guaranteed.
You gotta be
shot.
fucking kidding me! They actually made her use the gun.
The pistol blast forwards is always guaranteed. However, if the attack is blocked, we have this one that is dodgeable, right? So if Francis gets hit by it, you'll see we shoot the opponent in the stomach, but that attack is dodgeable. That works quite well. The other thing that's interesting to note is that the pistol blast itself initiates chains. So I can go into heavy, pistol blast, into heavy, pistol blast, into light.
God
right?
damn!
Interesting. So it gives her a lot of an infinite chain that has to alternate between heavy and bash. The gunshot is.
She's gonna be the scariest thing in Dominion.
So it's kind of interesting there. So that works quite well. The next thing we want to look out for is she also has an attack which is called Walk the Plank, which is performed by holding down on the left stick and pressing heavy. You can do that after any single attack, and it'll impale your opponent, and then there's multiple options out of it, right? So after a light, you can do this, impale your opponent.
Oh my god, it's just like fucking Centurion, but different. Everything's almost unblockable.
You can either do nothing, like this.
Futima!
That wall splats, so if your opponent is close to a wall, can get bumped into a wall, then you can get another heavy afterwards to get more damage in. You can also do press guard break here for a quick gunshot to the face.
What the fuck? You get, oh my god, the character's bleeding!
So I can go gunshot to a heavy.
That does not apply bleed damage?
That slow there is really interesting. It works quite well. That move can be used to gank. It works really, really well.
Oh, I can tell it can go good with ganking. The Futima!
To avoid other opponents. So that's kind of like the gist of that attack. On top of that, we have dodge for the heavy.
Oh, fucking go figure. Of course there's a dodge heavy, man.
But it's unblockable and armored. So it's kind of interesting that you can do it. Sorry?
So it's a spicy one, right?
Yeah, it's really, really spicy. It's really interesting. And on top of that...
Really? Dodge heavy for a new character? Of course. They always have the odds to dodge heavy, man.
And keen eyes will notice that it softens to the fast version of a guard break, the one that we usually use after a feint. So this way, you can go like that really, really quickly.
What?
That soft feint also applies to the walk the plank as well. So those are the two soft feint that she has here. Helps you defeat opponents that try to dodge, that sort of stuff, and parry attempts as well. She also has side dodge heavy attacks.
I had to go get my remote that fell.
So, again, you can go into your pistol blast afterwards, like before. Pretty cool. And last but not least, we have her sprint attack, which is like this.
Yeah, it's just a random sprint attack. What's important about it? It doesn't start a chain or anything, hopefully.
And can go into pistol blast.
Yes, it can. Never mind.
And then there's zone attack.
Okay, I'm never doing that zone attack.
This one, but it also initiates chains.
Oh, wow.
So
Fucking
your
hell.
heavies, your lights, your walk the plank.
Ah, Futima! I'm gonna say that so many
The
times.
last thing we want to showcase for the hero's moveset is that she can dodge cancel out of everything. Like what we have on a
She's just like a Orochi. Just because an attack misses, she can react.
Dodge,
Yeah.
Even on miss, it works on this. Well,
Yeah, exactly. I knew it. She's just like a
Let's
Orochi.
say I land a light. I can go to dodge for the heavy if I like to. Or I can go into side dodge heavy.
Oh my god, this hero's gonna be cancer and freaking Dominion. Also
I
in.
can do whatever I like, right? So it's pretty interesting how like she's really, really, really mobile and versatile, and that's what I meant. So after anything, whenever if you're in a group fight, if you're in a 1v1 or whatever happens, you have a lot of her options at your disposal.
Damn right, you have a lot of options to pick your
It's
pick.
pretty interesting how she can go really wide, do a lot of different things, but still keep the pressure on opponents and be able to be a bit slippery. When I was talking about the range as well, we can see that those heavies go quite far.
Okay, she's just like Highlander. No!
A pistol blast, right? So again, the goal of this is to be able to target swap between opponents, be able to reach them. Her attacks have quite nice trajectories. She can hit a lot of different people around her, so it works really well. Okay, so now let's just do a quick showcase of what kind of things she can do, right? So let's go a little bit nuts here. And with a little execution right there.
Okay!
That looks really sick. Okay.
Yeah, you don't say.
See, so, like, even with this, what I find interesting is that I was able to chain a bunch of different things that normally I wouldn't be able to. I started with a light, and that whole chain ended up, like, completely destroying Francis. It works quite well, so it's pretty interesting. So, that's about it for the moveset. So we're going to move on to feats. Francis is going to explain to us a little bit how the feats function. All right, so let's talk feats. Francis, you want to run through the pirate's feats?
Yeah, for sure. So first feat for pirate is going to be one called Armor Piercing Slug. So it's super simple. You're just going to throw a bullet towards your enemy.
What?
When it hits, it's going to do a defense debuff and deal direct damage. Pretty simple.
Yeah, let's look at it. So from neutral.
Yeah.
So it's pretty interesting too, because that feat is
Yo! What the fuck? I'm buying this hero as soon as it comes out.
like, on demand at all times, but you can still perform range attacks a little bit with her pistol.
Yeah,
that's a
by
good
the way,
point.
guys, do not mind.
So for
This is
feat
my
two,
room, by
we
the
have a
way.
feat called Pocket Bomb. This one is also pretty simple. You just throw a bomb at somebody. It has a small radius, and it deals also damage when it impacts.
God dang it.
It also has a really cool animation. So, yeah, if you can do that one, let's have a look.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. She slapped the damn bomb with her sword.
Yeah, exactly. So for feat 3, this one is I think it's a really cool one. I don't think we have.
By the way, sorry for my curse, and I'm just so hyped.
Trick shot, and it's basically a projectile that will bounce on contact to another
What?
close target.
What?
And that feat can bounce up to 3 times, considering the initial target. It's a 4 attack if all the enemies are in the vicinity. So we can showcase that one.
All right, so let's look. So I'm gonna shoot it at the Yorm here, courtesy of Benjamin, that you guys know from the Warriors Den a bunch of times. So, yeah,
What? It bounced off enemies!
Hit the Yorm and then bounce.
That feat's good in freaking ganking, guys.
Exactly. So it's also worth noting that this may sound like super strong, but you can also dodge it at any point.
Yeah, you can dodge it. Good thing. Oh my god.
So if you can do it again.
Yeah, I can't right now because it's still on cooldown, but
Yeah.
we'll do it. It's okay. So what's interesting there is how many targets can it hit?
So it's 4 targets, right?
What the fuck?
Say it's 3 bounces with the first target. So basically, just keep in mind that it's a 4 target attack. But at any point, right, if you're dodging, you're just gonna stop the ricochet from happening.
Okay.
To other targets nearby.
And can it hit minions? Can it do any of that
It
stuff?
can't hit minions. It
Dang!
can hit
Oh my
yourself
goodness!
or,
It can't
other
hit
allies, but
minions.
It won't bounce or ricochet from an ally or whatnot. It can hit the king in breach, and I don't.